lost judgment.
Shikishima.
I didn't notice this till now, but... Are you left-handed? You've got your watch on your right wrist, so you must be.
Huh?
What's that got to do with anything? There's something off about that information. But what? Now that I think about it. There's some evidence that belays your left-handedness. Take a look at this.
Check this out.
It's all right here in this photo.
Hmm?
This is Shikishima right in the middle of drawing over a piece. Take a closer look, Chiyoda. Shikishima's drawing with his right hand.
Oh.
Oh, now that you mention it.
Hey.
Hey, Mitsui. Yeah, what's up? You've hung around him long enough to know, right? Has Shikishima been drawing his graffiti with his right hand all this time? Now that you mention it, you might be right. Yeah, something felt off because my impression was that Shikishima was left-handed. And, wouldn't you say Shikishima's art has improved dramatically compared to when he first started? Yeah, that's right. He kind of sucked in the beginning.
I see.
As I suspected.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, what does all this mean?
Shikishima.
I think it's got something to do with the real reason Shikishima was drawing over Chiyoda and his crew's work. Am I right? The reason Shikishima was using his right hand to draw graffiti? Chiyoda seems to believe that Shikishima was going around and drawing over the Blue King's artwork as a means of revenge. I can tell that Chiyoda and Shikishima have some sort of history, although I don't know what it's about.
But...
However, the fact that Shikishima was drawing with his non-dominant hand eliminates the possibility of this being revenge. In fact, it completely changes how we should view Shikishima's actions. If we do that, we start to see a certain message he was trying to convey through his drawings.
Huh?
What message?
Chiyoda.
You mentioned that you gave up your dream of becoming an artist after the surgery on your right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Well, what conclusion can you come to when you see that Shikishima draws with his non-dominant hand? And especially because you can see, right before your eyes, that Shikishima's improving day by day.
Oh.
I mean, don't tell me. That's right. He's trying to show you that you can still create art with your non-dominant hand. He doesn't want you to give up on your dream of becoming an artist.
In other words...
That's the message here that he wants to get across. Isn't that right, Shikishima? Shikishima, you... But you've always had a grudge against me. Because I'm the reason you quit pursuing art. I keep telling you, you're lazy in the way you think. Think deeper. I mean, it's true you're the reason I quit, but there's more to it.
Shikishima.
Are you ready to explain then? When Chiyoda joined the art club, I realized that there's talent that you can't beat, no matter how hard you work. Chiyoda started drawing in his second year of middle school. That's late for most kids, but he quickly surpassed me. I've been drawing for years, but he had such skill, such expression with color, and above all, he was obsessed with the craft. He would draw 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, without taking a single break. He was imitating me in every aspect. And what I say, intimidating. I figured that there was no way I could compete. Yeah, I remember the more praise I got, the more you would suck. Well, it was a big adjustment for me. When I was a kid, I always was the best artist. But anyway, I quit the club. I got over it, and started to think differently. I realized I wanted to see Chiyoda become an amazing artist.
Huh?
What? Did you... really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironically, once I quit art, my interest in it grew even stronger. It felt like I was entrusting my dream to you. Shikishima. When I got into high school, I kept searching for a new dream, and that's when I heard that you quit drawing. And why? Just because some rehab after the hand surgery was too much for you? So you're just gonna give it up? The hell you are. You're just letting your guys use a stencil, and you didn't even create it. Your predecessor did. It made me think, wow, this is the guy who caused me to give up on my dreams? I thought he was a genius.
You're useless.
And you said it yourself, that you wanted to become an artist someday. Is this why you joined the Agential Hounds? You got a problem with that? To be honest, I was scared, knowing there's a chance my hand wasn't gonna heal even after rehab. It freaked me out. That's why I kept avoiding it. But I guess I can use my other hand if all else fails. If you can pull it off, I'm sure it'd be easy for a genius like me.
Huh?
Chiyoda, listen, I'm going to try to pursue it again. The dream you entrusted with me.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, one of those guys is still unconscious. Like, I think that guy needs a hospital. Still the same stuff. Shikishima-kun! Mimori-sensei. Does this mean you'll come back to school?
Yes.
Yeah, I will. Because I've accomplished what I set out to do. Thank goodness. Yagami-san told me all about the stupid things that you did.
That was my bad.
I'm sorry, Sensei. So, down to business then. How did you communicate with the professor? I received a private message through the underground site. The professor contacted you directly?
Sure.
Yeah, the message. Mentioned some things about Chiyoda. So, was all this a promotional ad campaign for the professor? Like you mentioned before. The Blue King used to claim they were the king of delinquents. And the professor thought they were an eyesore.
Now that you mention it.
Speaking of which, was that graffiti of the professor based on how he looks in real life? Not at all. I don't know what he looks like. That was just my imagination. Professor Moriarty was the first thing that came to mind when I heard professor, so I drew him like that. I see. Then I guess we can't rely on that drawing as we continue our investigation. I'm a little surprised that Shikishima-kun's behavior turned out to be just a little misguided commercial. But then again, we're not sure if it was the professor's true intention. Yeah, using a former art student for publicity purposes seems to be a bit far-fetched. I wonder why he chose Shikishima-kun then. It's unforgivable. Whoever this professor is, I can't believe he would lead students astray for such nonsense. Let's not let our emotions get the better of us, Sensei. We promised to reveal his true identity and make him see what he's done. We'll do it in the name of the Mystery Research Club. So I guess that's it for the Skater Club, huh? What is this? Who are they? Why are they? Yeah, the skaters are done. Excuse me, gentlemen, who are you? Wonder if these guys know they're standing in front of the MRC. If you win money at the next tournament, you better bring it here. Cheaters never prosper. I haven't cheated at all. I better change the voice of one of these guys. You still better bring the money. Oh, come on, a shakedown? Guess I better put a stop to that.
Hey.
Hey, how about you back off?
Hey.
You okay? Thank you. Are you the teacher for the MRC? Well, I'm the outside counselor, Yagami. Did you need something? Yes. My name's Mochio Toki. I'm about to sneeze. Nope. Is it, I don't know. Is it coming? No, it's leaving. There was something I wanted to talk to the MRC about, so I was waiting here, but there was no response, even after I knocked. I see. I guess there's nobody inside. Well, come on in. Okay, thank you. So what is this one about bullying, then? Usually the president Almasawa is around. I forbid it, at least until the end of term exams are finished. Okay, I get it. Yagami-san, I didn't know you were here. Kento's teacher was lecturing him about his grades earlier. We have a guest? This is Toki-kun. He's got something he wanted to discuss with the MRC. Why does my audio seem all quiet? I mean, nobody's even joined the party for the party audio to be adjusting. Okay, Toki-kun, you have the floor. I'm in the esports club, and I wanted to lay some suspicions to rest. The suspicions is we're somehow cheating with the help of the professor. Did you say the professor? I think I'm gonna need to pry further. So you guys know what cheats are, right?
Yeah.
That's when you cheat in the game by using mod programs. Yeah, you can make it easy to win by making characters move in ways they're not supposed to, or be immune to enemy attacks. Anyway, we're suspected of using some sort of cheat during our last practice match. Why's that? The opponents in our practice match were a famous team. They had some professionals who were already known around the world, in fact, but their ace player got beaten by our president. He's our fierce leader, Genya Bonmatsu. He was suspected of cheating just for getting a win. It was because of the way he won, a no-damage perfect victory, in a matter of seconds.
I see.
Well, that definitely doesn't sound normal against a professional. But to assume he cheated is terrible. They don't even have any evidence.
Hey!
That reminds me, Toki-kun, what's with all the rumors about getting help from the professor? We don't know why people think that. The newspaper club is just making things up. The newspaper club, huh? Guess I'll need to talk to them. Esports are when you play video games competitively, right? Yeah, we play in tournaments, and usually the games are like fighting, shooting, and that sort of thing. It's hard for me to imagine what a day at that club looks like. What do you guys normally do? Well, we play games.
Oh.
I should have expected that. But it's not just playing. We study the moves and the combos of the strongest players, and we train our mental strength. In esports training, if you don't have an iron focus, you've already lost. It takes work to get to that level. Like, for practice, we go to temples for Zen meditation, and also sit under waterfalls. Now that I'd like to see. It's our president's own practice regimen. I don't know if other schools' esports clubs do the same thing or not. Say, I was going to ask this earlier, but doesn't it feel a little off to call these esports a sport at all? They're just video games. It's not like you're moving your body, so how is it a sport? Moving your fingers isn't moving your body? I mean, I move my fingers to read a book too.
Sis!
Back it up, sis. Video games can absolutely be a sport. Kento-kun? I'm sick of hearing it. There's all this bias about video games being bad, that they make you stupid. And guess what? Now you have to hear my rant. Guess he's pretty fired up. Might as well hear what he has to say. The games used in esports have a very high competition factor, and to win, you need to put in an absurd amount of effort and practice. On top of that, at tournaments, everyone's nerves are running high like you wouldn't believe. You need a cool head to keep your focus when something unexpected happens. In other words, esports is a battle of the mind. It's no exaggeration to say it requires an athlete's abilities.
What?
Where did all this even come from? Kento-kun's right. Right now, esports is recognized as its own subculture, and there are more professional players every year. Good point, Toki. So yeah, the age of games being bad or just for children is over. Do you two know each other or something? Kento-kun and I are mutuals. Online friends, I mean. Have we even talked IRL before? We're not in the same school. We're not in the same year at school. Well, now that you've listened to Kento-kun's rant, do you have a counter-argument on Masawa?
Kento!
First of all, Kento, I've never once said that games are harmful, or they need to be banned, okay? I'm pointing out that you need to stop changing the topic. Listen, what I really want to say is, exams are almost here, and you don't study at all. You just keep playing games, and you keep failing. That's why I'm saying you can't play games until exams are over. Do you understand? But aren't you chasing after mysteries instead of studying for your exams? Me? I can. I can still handle my studies along with my extracurriculars. My grade ranking is still in the upper percentile. Anyway, until the tests are over, you're not allowed to play games. And if you fail, I'm banning games for a month. Looks like you plan to unban games and defend esports backfired mightily, Kento-kun. Damn it! When I don't get to play games, I get all antsy though. So, what do you want to discuss with the MRC? I want you to investigate our club and clear us of any suspicions. We're innocent. Okay then. Does your president, San Banmatsu-kun know I'm going to be doing this? I haven't told him. He'd be opposed to it. Well, then he won't be on guard. So perhaps that'll make the investigation easier. Why don't you just go undercover like you always do and act as an advisor to the esports club? Yeah. Good idea. Let's go with that. Cool, so the club room is on the 4th floor of the east building. Okay, the esports club. Time to head there time to head to the gaming grounds. Time to reset my damn brain. Esports. Somehow I didn't think esports was going to make it on my to-do list. Ah, crap. They mean the 4th floor of the other building. In which I have to... I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. It was just that easy to get up here. And when I went to the robotics club, I took the long way. President Sanbonmatsu, care to comment on the truth of cheating allegations? I have absolutely not cheated. I swear it on my heart and soul. But what about the suspicions of you being in contact with the professor?
What'd you say?
Tony, look into my eyes. Do I look like a guy that would cheat? So dramatic. This is going nowhere. Let's wrap for today. Oh, you're from the MRC. Oh, Yagami-san, thanks for coming.
Hey.
Doki-kun, were those guys from the newspaper club? Sounded like they were bothering you all. Yeah, they were determined to write a hit piece about the cheating allegations from the other day.
Beg your pardon?
So you're the counselor Tokyo was talking about?
It's me.
Yagami. I'm normally an advisor for the MRC. Nice to meet you.
Yagami-san.
Do you know Virtua Fighter? Hey!
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't? That one was real popular. It's the one where he goes, "You're 10 years too early" when he wins. I mean, every kid knows that. I'm asking if you know Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. Who's your main? 5? Final? It already has that many sequels?
Too easy.
Wow, the ignorance! Oh, hey. Okay, so Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown, or VF5FS for short, is the game we've been playing at the next tournament. If you're gonna be our advisor, knowing the basics is a must.
Yeah.
Right. Got it. Yagami-san, I can give you a tutorial. Just talk to me whenever it's best for you. I don't need a tutorial for Virtua Fighter 5, are you kidding me? Dude, what? You know how much I played that game? Okay, Yagami-san, I'll teach you the basics of this game. I don't need the basics of Virtua Fighter. I played the game. Bro, I played this when I was a kid. and I played the remaster of this. And how many times have I had to play Virtual Fighter just to get completion?
Round one. Ready, go! Excellent! Round two. Ready, go! Excellent!
Awesome. Kicked his ass. I win. Victory. Yagami-san, how are you with just typical controls? I feel like I can learn as I go. Okay, I'm willing to practice with you anytime. Just let me know when.
Yeah.
Roger that. Alright. I need to look into the cheating allegation. But how do I go about that? Hey, Sunbun Matsu-kun. Yagami-san, do you believe games are harmful? Harmful? Who knows? I don't think going overboard on anything is healthy. But in order to win, an hour a day doesn't cut it. In order to be a top-tier athlete, one must devote hours upon hours. Even if you get bored, you have to practice with an unyielding fighting spirit. It's not even recreation at our level, it's a true sport. And yet when we practice our sport, unlike those who practice track or baseball, we get criticized. But we're athletes too. We need to practice. Must be tough to fight the bias against gamers. Okay, everyone, time for push-ups and squats. We're going to train so we can have the fortitude and relentlessness fighting spirit that we need. Yeah, they actually are surprisingly athletic. Guess I need to just walk out now. What kind of PlayStation is that? Observation. Really isn't a PlayStation, it's some kind of station. Ew, what is that controller? That is gross. That's almost like the Xbox controller, but stranger. You're supposed to be playing Virtual Fighter in here, but the funny thing is there's not one Virtual Fighter box. Evil Bone. That must be like Left 4 Dead. Well, I guess I'm leaving. You were in the club room earlier. We're from the newspaper club. I'm Toshi Otani. And yes, I'm with the newspaper club. I want to talk about the suspicions surrounding the esports guys. Perfect. I was curious about that too, actually. When we talk somewhere. You know, besides here. Understood. I'll wait for you at the cafeteria. Now I gotta go all the way down. Man, for once I didn't fly down the stairs.
Hey.
So, Otani-kun, you guys at the newspaper think the professor is involved with the esports club? Heck yeah, when it comes to that story, I definitely think there's been some technical assistance from the professor. Didn't you approach the esports club to investigate the professor too? Maybe. Yagami-san, we can help each other here. We can tell each other what we know about this scandal.
Gotcha.
A quid pro quo. Is that right? Fair enough. You first. Sounds like he's going to share something good. Gotta make sure I don't derail it with anything I say. So the catalyst for this Sanbon Matsukun beating the crap out of some famous esports player in a tournament? Yes. A world champion, in fact. He didn't give any opportunity to counterattack. It was over in seconds.
Does that mean?
I don't know much about gaming. Is that something that they shouldn't usually do? But at the very least, I've never seen it. It definitely doesn't happen often. What's especially weird is Sanban Matsu is an amateur with no record to speak of, and his opponent was an undefeated pro esports player. So it's like an Olympic gold medalist getting crushed by a turtle, who was tranquilized. And that's why you think he cheated with the professor's help. Also, I should explain more than that. At tournaments, they have pretty hardcore countermeasures against cheating. Obviously, without those, the sport would collapse. Like, even at a practice match the other day, they were using what's called cheat detection software.
Oh.
Wow, never knew those existed. So nothing illegal was detected in that match. Apparently not. But regardless, something did happen that only a cheat could explain. I think Sanban Matsu and his crew somehow evaded the software's powers of detection. Is that even possible? Not with the rudimentary skills of a high school student. But the professor? Yes, he couldn't get it done. That's why I think he's involved.
I see.
Uh-huh. But of course, it's still a mystery how he could have installed the cheat tool on the machine. There are monitors to make sure it can't happen, even for practice matches. There would have been no chance to install it via a storage device like a disk or a USB. Well, maybe there was truthfully no cheating. Oh no, I saw the match with my own eyes. It was not won in an honest way. If you say so. But wait, before you share, at this present moment, I don't think I have anything you don't already know. We can skip your turn for now, as long as you promise to share with me anything you learn in the future. Just to be clear, this is off the record, right? I'm not interested in publicly humiliating a student because you take what I say and print it in the newspaper. Oh no, if it would badly affect a student's future, we'll refrain from reporting it. I do actually have the conviction of a real journalist, you know. All I want is the truth. I think a real journalists are gonna disappoint you, kid. I think that's about everything I wanted to ask. The question now is, how do I proceed with the investigation? The fastest way would be for you to get really good at Virtual Fighter, then play against Sanban Matsu. He hates losing. If he thinks he's about to lose to a true amateur like you, Yagami-san, he'll get desperate. And so, when Sanban Matsu's character starts acting weird, that's when you secure the machine that he's using. Okay, the only thing is, I'm a noob, right? Is that the term? I'd have a pretty tough time beating Sanban Matsu. Now, he's got predictable habits in the way he fights, and he relies too much on certain winning strats. Basically, I'm saying his gameplay is simple and shallow. If you can see through it, you could beat him easily. You seem quite the expert on Virtual Fighter. It's just something from a long time ago. I'll see you around. Considering the way the NPCs can kick my ass, I don't know. I mean, I'm not exactly the best, but the NPCs don't really kick my ass. It's just the last one that gets a little bit tough. But, if he's anything like an actual online player, I'm fucked. Because I remember I quit playing the game when I got to the rank where everybody was just comboing me and I couldn't even do anything. First I need to practice so I can beat Sanban Matsu. It's like, man, I love Virtual Fighter, but like, sadly, I really can't go back to it. That's the thing with some games. You can enjoy a game, but the moment you get into the high tier areas, you can't enjoy it anymore. I'm a solid. No? No. I thought it was gonna be her in disguise for some reason. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, hello. You're just an old dinosaur who can accept that you've been left behind. When they dig up your fossil, don't come crying to me.
Hey.
Toki-kun, who was that? That was Sasimoto-san, the PTA chairwoman. She came to observe things to see whether our club is a benefit to the school community.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, she's another ancient husk who's never picked up a controller. Do you think games are just toys for children? A game where a player is immersed into a virtual world is the highest form of art. Why can't they understand that?